All right. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, for allowing me to make this very video. Yahweh being the true name of the Most High, Bahashem meaning in the name of, and Yahushai being the true name of his only begotten Son. Right? That's the ancient Paleo-Hebrew tongue, our language that we spoke before discontinuing from our heritage, our language, our customs, our every goddamn thing, our land. All right? And by we, I mean your Negroes and your Hispanics, who are the 12 tribes of Israel today. And if you don't believe that, well, prove me wrong. Yeah, prove me wrong with the scriptures, man. Not with no fucking made-up Google sources. All right, a so-called white man lied to your face. All right, and it really goes to show you that you people don't know biblical prophecy. You don't know who the enemy is. All right? And really, there's really only one, I guess you could say, one, I don't even know what goddamn word to use. There's one enemy, and there's one whatever word you would use for someone who's not an enemy. All right? And that's the elect versus everybody else. All right? The elect versus everybody else. That's really what it is, man. And 2/3 of the nation of Israel, the Negroes and Hispanics, are part of everybody else. They're part of the enemies, man. Now, of course, we don't know who the elect are, but, we stay humble every day, hoping, praying that we are of that hopeful number. But, nonetheless, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right? In this video, it's going to be a little walk and talk. Shouldn't be over 20 minutes. But I want to talk about how you got this Edomite chick here on this video on the Clock app. There's a lot of videos surfacing, man, of the Most High, who we know established this internet thing, all right, through Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, all right? You can't look at the outward appearance, right? As it is written, man, look upon the outward appearance. And that's these people's fucking problem. You can't look on the outward appearance, man. All things are from the Lord, man. All right, the Most High established this internet thing, one, to fulfill prophecy, all right? Two, to what? Gather together his elect, right? From the four corners of the earth. Let me just get that in Baruch, 4th chapter. You know what? I'm not going to get it. But because I want to I have a very bad habit of doing that. You end up shifting gears and shifting topics, and the video ends up an hour. But basically, this word, okay? Remember, the elect is scattered through the four corners of the earth. Now, this word, the truth, the scriptures itself, is what is gathering them, all right? From north, east, west, and south, which, as is written in biblical prophecy, 2nd Ezra 6, the books, the scriptures will be, basically in the firmament, man. Meaning what? Talking about the internet, man. Satellites, all right? So is this internet, this word, which you can watch this video from Antarctica, fucking you name it, right? Anywhere, man. Always running day and night, never sleeps, and it's what's gathering the elect. But there's a lot of videos surfacing on the internet, man. Okay, you got a bunch of people scoffing. The Israelites are the talk of the town, man, as we are the salt of the earth anyway. There's nothing spicy. If the Israelites are not on the scene, every great kingdom, who built it? Israelites, right? Your Negroes and Hispanics. But we are the talk of the town. Everybody's talking about us. Most is scoffing. But then you have sincere people like this Edomite woman. But she could be an Israelite that just looked like an Edomite. Because, again, scriptures say to try the spirits, you shall know a tree by its fruits. That's the Messiah, right? And we know Edomites are proud, man. I did a video last night. Yeah, some chick. Now, I truly believe she's an Edomite. All right, she's a fucking Edomite, man. Plain Mount Seir. Lady Seir, okay? She's a Seirite. A Seirite, man. A Pezraite. All right, Pezra and Seir, those are Edomite cities. That's what the fuck she is, man. She was talking about, somebody commented on her page, the 12 tribes are black. The Bible had nothing to do with white people, which essentially is true because all the nations had melanin. That was normal. It's not normal to have blanca skin. Blanca meaning white. It's not normal, man. You can see the blood through this pigmentation. You were an outcast. You were a cave dweller. All right? People would have separated from you in the ancient world. Okay, but we know this lying-ass nigga Esau, the so-called white man, flipped everything upside down, man. But nonetheless, basically, the woman basically replied to the comments. She didn't bring out no scriptures. She went into a little bit of history, which is bullshit. I proved it. We went into it, man. But, again, a lot of scoffing, a lot of niggas talking shit. And these Edomites, they're salty, man. They're salty. They're sliced, cut in the spirit. And they're hurt, man. And they can feel and sense this frequency, all right, that we are at the end of the so-called white man's rulership, man. We're at the end, man. The signs are here, and it's coming out, man. All right, and all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. May the Lord speed up the days more than he already has, man. But this fucking place is just death. All right, so let me play this video, man.
He gave the land to the Israelite nation. And when the time comes, the roles will be reversed, and you will be serving the Israelite nation. So to all you white folks out there that hate black folks, you're going to be serving them soon. I don't mind because they took care of me. I'm willing to serve them right now. Are you?
You see? So, again, she's talking about she's willing to serve the Israelites, man. And you know, you also got other videos of different Israelites that be out there. They be having those Edomites bow down to them, man, which that's scriptural. But then again, you shouldn't be doing that, man. You gotta wait for the Lord. And let me get the precept, all right? Because again, this woman is 120% correct. You nations will be serving us, man. And anyone who's not willing to serve, we're just gonna kill you and get you out of the way. It's Isaiah 49 and verse 22. Thus saith Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, behold, I will lift up mine hand to the Gentiles, literal Gentiles, and set up my standard to the people, and they shall bring your sons in their arms, and your daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. Where are they gonna bring us from? All the nations, right? Bring us back to what? Mount Jerusalem. All right, when you get the other precepts. So again, it shows you we're in all the Gentile provinces, man. Scattering. And kings, the other nations, right? The nobles, the leaders, right? Shall be your nursing fathers, slaves, and their queens, your nursing mothers. They shall bow down to you with their face toward the earth. See that? And lick up the earth, the ground, right? And lick up the dust of your feet. And you shall know that I am Yahweh, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. So this is the scripture which is going to come to pass. Hasn't happened yet, right? Because we're in a worldly state right now. We're in the land of our captivity, right? The heathen are lording over us. All right, so this is the scripture that the Israelites use, which again is correct, but how you forget the last part, man? But they shall not be ashamed that wait for me, man. You gotta wait for the Messiah to come back and pick us up. Right now, we're at the bottom, man. Okay? Shall the prey, which is the Israelites, be taken from the mighty, Esau, Edom, or the lawful captive delivered? Right, are we gonna ever be delivered? And the answer is yes. But thus saith Yahweh, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away. We're gonna be delivered, man. And the prey of the terrible, who's the terrible? Isaiah 49, right? Where the Lord said to Esau, Edom, thy terribleness have deceived thee. The terrible is talking about the fucking Edomites, so-called white man. The prey of the terrible shall be delivered. So we're gonna be delivered from the land of our captivity, man. For I will contend, fight, right, with him that contendeth with you, and I will save your children. And I will feed them that oppress you with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood, as with sweet wine. And all flesh shall know that I, Yahweh, am your Savior and your Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. Now, notice Christians, they go into the Old Testament when it fits their means. They go to Isaiah 42 and 7, Isaiah 49 and 6. Why they didn't read the rest of Isaiah 49, man? They'll stop at the 6th verse. Gentiles, be my salvation to the end of the earth. They didn't jump. Why you didn't read the whole entire chapter of Isaiah 49? Now, since you admit that's talking about end time prophecy, you gotta explain what the fuck the rest of that mean, man. I will feed them and I will oppress you with their own flesh. What the fuck is that talking? What is it talking about? Right? Kings and queens shall be thy nursing fathers and mothers, and they're gonna bow down to their face on the earth. But at the same time, so they're gonna bow down to us. At the same time, you're preaching, we're all gonna be ruling together in the kingdom. Isaiah 49, get the fuck out of here, man. So again, it's so crazy when you pay attention to these Christians, man. These niggas be nitpicking, man. Yeah, I'm running out of breath easily. See, the air is fucking foggy, man. Again, we live in death every day. But there we have it. So she said she's willing to serve. She's willing to serve. And again, let's get Isaiah 60, which Isaiah 60, the entire chapter practically is talking about the kingdom of heaven, man. All right? And basically, it's Revelation 21 repeats a little bit about Isaiah 60. One of my favorite mysteries, right? Paul said, right, we are stewards of the mysteries of God. Basically, we are, we were put with the responsibility of the mysteries of God, right? One of my favorite mysteries about the scriptures is that the New Testament is not really new, all right? When you pay attention to the teachings of the Messiah, Paul, all right, Peter, everything that they're saying, they're just restating what was already said. They're repeating what the Old Testament prophets laid down already. That's one of my favorite mysteries about the Bible, man. Especially Revelation. Like Revelation, a little bit of 1, really every fucking chapter, right? Repeats the Old Testament, man. Why? Because the Old Testament prophets already gave us everything we needed. It's Isaiah 60 and verse 10. And the sons of strangers, literal heathen, literal strangers, literal non-Israelites, right? They won't read this though. Shall build up your walls. That's why we fucking hate you Christians, man. You niggas, man. You nitpicking niggas. All right? They don't eat the whole roll. Ezekiel 3, you got to eat the whole roll. And the sons of strangers shall build up your walls, and their kings shall minister unto you. Slaves, man. Right? They're going to be serving us. We're not going to be nice to them, man. For in my wrath I smote you, but in my favor have I had mercy on you. Therefore your gates shall be open continually. Why? They shall not be shut night nor day, that men might bring unto you the forces, the abundance, their wealth, everything they got, right, of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be bought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve you shall perish. Yeah, those nations, plural, shall be utterly wasted. So again, this Edomite chick talking about she's ready to serve. Well, you damn right, baby. The nation and kingdom that will not serve us we're gonna wipe you off the map. All right, probably lift your ass up, because we're gonna have spiritual power, man. Whoever the elect men are, lucky men they are, man. Because it starts with them, because all Israel, as Paul said, all Israel shall be saved. But that's at the very end of the tunnel. We know right now, the 2/3, they're gonna have to die a terrible death, but they're gonna come back, man. The Lord keeps mercy to 1,000 generations. So even though you do dirt in your life, you always, you come back every 3rd or 4th generation to the Lord of your fathers. It's about to start raining, so I'm about to wrap this up. So the Lord really is merciful, man. Remember, your spirit don't die, your body does. Okay? So she says she's ready to serve, and all you Edomites will be, man. If you're not, we're gonna take you off the map, and you're gonna come back and be a servant anyway. I remember I seen this one clip. It wasn't a clip, excuse me. It was I was in a comment board. Whose? I don't remember. All right, but there'd be I think it was on the clock app. Somebody had put I think it was this very same video. It's probably this very same video. You had fucking, I don't even remember, man. I went into the comment section. You had another Israelite in there. He put a comment in there. He had another nigga jump, basically, hop back behind his comment saying, I'm not serving no Israel, something like that. Well, nigga, to show you what's the word? I want to use the correct word, right? How much of a sense of humor the Lord has. Because we know there's going to be people that's not going to be willing to serve. Even though you see the power, we're going to kill you. And then you're going to come back and be a servant anyway. Because when you come back as a child, right? Okay, reincarnation is a biblical fact. All right? When you come back, nigga, you're going to be serving anyway. You're going to be brought up into the tradition, man, of being a fucking slave. All the nations, we're going to stomp them all out, man. All these Edomites, right? Let's go to Jeremiah 49. We're going to stomp your ass out. Verse 7. All right? Concerning who? Edom. Okay? But you also got pussies talking about Edom, and in prophecy represents all enemy nations of Israel. Well, you're going to have to explain why in the same chapter, right? Why in the same chapter did the Lord pronounce judgment on 6 different nations? Concerning Ammon, concerning Damascus, concerning Elam, concerning Edom. All right, when you go to Jeremiah 18, when the Lord pronounces judgment, it's concerning a nation, which is a group of people. So you can just shut the fuck up, man. You don't know the Bible, man. So again, concerning Edom, so who are you talking about? Edom and his descendants. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? And the answer is yes, man. These are rhetorical questions, man. All right, all the so-called white man's wisdom, technology, all right, these people that got all this high knowledge, they're not going to have any answers, man, when the Lord starts sending plagues on America, Babylon the Great. Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan. Now, I did used to think that Dedan was an Edomite province, but it's not. All right, Dedan, the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, right? That was their province, but they were very close neighbors to the Edomites, all right? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan. For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him the time that I will visit him. Right, so Dedan, they're fucking neighbors to Esau, so they can be affected. All right, so if I did say that in my older video, that Dedan was an Edomite province, that's my apologies, it's wrong. But they're close neighbors. If grape gatherers come to you, will they not leave some gleaning grapes? if thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. Right, so when a thief break into a house, it's not normal that they take everything. That's impossible, right? But I've made Esau bare. See that? The Lord gonna take everything from Esau. I've made Esau bare. Right, I made Esau naked. Right, when you're bare, you're naked. He's gonna expose Esau, Edom, man. Right, and that reminds me of fucking really all the history that's coming out about the so-called white man. All the blood he shed, he's being exposed, man, through the ministry of servants and prophets going out on the highways and the byways, cussing these niggas out, right? Charging them with all the blood that they've shed, that they built up America, Babylon the Great through that blood, man. All right? He's exposed. Epstein files and all that. All right? Different whistleblowers coming out. The Lord putting whistleblowing spirits on these different men and women who's coming out telling you the things that these niggas do. The Illuminati, the fucking Hollyweird. All right, which we know who controls all that. Amalek, the 48 people, right? The JEW people, okay, which are Edomites. I've uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed, sperm, descendants, literal sperm, descendants is spoiled, man. And when you go into that Hebrew word for spoiled, it literally means to deal violently with. See? Which goes back with the Zondervan Bible dictionary. But you got niggas talking shit about that. Well, fuck you, man. You don't know the Bible. Zondervan Bible dictionary. The scholars know Esau is the only nation that is promised no mercy. Because all the other nations, right? Moab, Elam. When you read, I believe, Jeremiah 48, Jeremiah a little bit of 49. All right? Most High promised to restore their fortune, which essentially he will. All right? Because, you know, in the kingdom, we're still going to stomp the nations the fuck out. They're going to serve us for 1,000 years, be our slaves. We're going to break their bones, rule over them with tyranny, right? After 1,000 years, we're going to let all the nations go back to their land. Right? We're going to let them go back to their land. Right? They're not going to live under a wicked system of frequency like how they are now. Their woman is not going to commit adultery on them and then be able to get paid for it. They're not going to eat bad food, right? But then again, they're still going to be under us, paying tribute, right? Taxes. Okay, they're still going to be under us, man. We're going to be the ruling power. But the Edomites, again, Esau, Edom, the only nation, promised no mercy. The Edomites, finish every single one of them. Okay, so his sperm is spoiled, man. And his brethren and his neighbors, see, like Didon, right? And he is not. Right, he is not. Basically, that's the early English, but if you research, you know, what that means, basically, you know, he is not. That's like he never even existed. Here's the point. Leave your fatherless children, I will preserve them alive. See that? So he's going to preserve Esau, Edom's children alive for what? So we can put them in slavery. And let your widows, you know what a widow is, trust in me. We're going to take them Edomite women and make them concubines, man. That Edomite chick I did a video on last night. Let me tell you something, man. I'll be having a lot of Edomite chicks. When I be out there in the highways and the byways, man, woo. I mean, the last time I was out there, I had these two Edomite chicks, man. They be walking by, you know what I'm saying? They be having their feet and the toes out, you know what I'm saying? They be having the feet and the toes out, nice long dresses. Don't get me wrong, I don't believe they was American either, man. There's no way. If they were, they must have grew up, I don't know, in the city or something. Because, you know, don't get me wrong, the so-called black woman is fucking terrible. But the woman, really, all American women are terrible, all right? The best type of woman you're going to get is like a foreign woman, you know? But the black woman is terrible in America. And, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, the other nations of women that are quote-unquote American, they're terrible too, but not like the fucking Judah woman. Oh, no, not like the Israelite woman. The black and Hispanic woman, forget about it. Okay? So I don't think they were American. But they was walking by, and this is like, if I remember clearly, at the 40-minute marker, you know? They was walking by, man. Shit, man. They said, how I'm doing. Told me to have a good day, and I'm like, shit, bitch, you don't want to, like, you don't want to take that step with me, okay? I don't want to fucking violate you. Goddamn, giving birth 3 times a day. 3 times a day. All right? You got there, had the feet out. You know my favorite part, like the heel part of a woman. You know, like the back of the feet, like the heel. Go on Google, search the heel of the foot. That part of a woman, especially like, you know, the Edomite woman, man. Oh my God, man. They be nice and red, because, you know, they're not white, they're red. So they be nice and red and clean and just ready, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Feet and toes drive me up the wall. But yeah, let thy widows trust in me. Try this little one right here, man. So again, we're gonna take them for concubine. Notice, and then you have certain people talking about we're not gonna have sex in the kingdom. Well, then you don't know the Bible, because the scriptures say whatever the Lord does endures forever, man. You go back to Genesis 1, Lord said, be fruitful and multiply. He's never gonna change it. That endures forever, stupid. Okay, so we're gonna be fruitful and multiply in the kingdom. All right, let's get Ezekiel, right? Because Jeremiah 49 said Esau, Edom's seed. His seed is spoiled, man. All right, now we know Ezekiel 39 is end time prophecy. That's without a shadow of doubt. Ezekiel 38 and 39, dealing with Gog and Magog, was over there in Russia. All right, so we know this end time prophecy. All right, we know this hasn't happened yet. So let's read Ezekiel 39 verse 10. So that they shall take no wood out of the field, neither cut down any out of the forest. But they shall burn the weapons with fire, right? All the weapons that they use in nuclear war, we're going to burn them because, right, Isaiah 2, we're not going to have no more war anymore, man. It's going to be the war to end all wars. WW3 Armageddon, and Yahushua shut shit down. But here's the point. And they, the nation of Israel, shall do what? Spoil those that spoiled them and rob those that robbed them, saith Yahweh Shem Shai. Can't explain that. We're going to spoil those that spoiled us and rob them that robbed us, because the Lord is perfect balance, man. As the heathen have done, so shall it be done unto them. But specifically, the so-called white man. Specifically. All right? Jeremiah 49, his seed is spoiled, man. We're going to spoil them back. Them and the other nations, but primarily Esau, Edom, man. Excuse me. Esau, Edom, so-called fucking white man. So you're toast, man. You're toast. Your people know that. All right? All the nations know that. You Christians know it. And you don't know the scriptures, man. You know you're finished, you're done, and toast. We're going to spoil those that spoiled them. We're going to spoil Esau, Edom, man, and his children, man. All right? And what's a part of spoil, right? Because even when you go into spoil, right? Like, even when you watch, like, BC era movies, like, you know, spoils of war. When you spoil someone, basically, you take whatever resources they got. You take whatever abundance they got after defeating them in war. Now, we already know we're going to put the nation in captivity. All right. So again, what is a part of spoils, man? It's not just gold and money. It's also women. Women are a part of spoils. Women are property. They're material. They're possession. Right. So they're a part of spoils too. Deuteronomy chapter 20. I ain't gonna get it, but you can read it. Right. Chapter 20 and verse 10. Right. But the woman and the spoils thou shalt take. And mind you, in the kingdom, what we're gonna have written on our heart, the law, which that is the law. So again, you Edomites are done, man. You're fucking done. We're just waiting patiently for you to administer your R-body chip. Is the mark of the beast. Make it mandatory, man. It's already on earth. People already have this shit. Make it mandatory. Hurry up and, you know, usher in the destruction of your kingdom, man. Which is going to come through the Most High, man. All right? Most High is going to destroy you, man. And you're already just being destroyed spiritually. And very, very soon, it's going to be literally, man. But there we have it. All praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. Edomite woman says she's ready to serve. And if you're not ready to serve, as we read in Isaiah 60, we're going to take you off the map. All praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. Lord willing, you are edified. Lord willing, see me in the next one. That says shalom, man. Lord willing to the end, man. Shalom.